This is Zeus. Welcome. A brand new day, right? You know, I don't really know what I don't know. And it's okay. Because I made it here. And what they say, go as far as you can see. And when you get there, you'll see more. It's an interesting consideration when you consider that right here and right now is the only time that matters. Doesn't matter about yesterday. Doesn't matter about what happened, good or bad. Prospectively speaking, my thoughts will project me into a brand new experience every moment. And that's pretty amazing, I think, don't you? And with that being the case, there, it always comes down to my confidence into what I want to do. And you say, well, I don't believe you could be president. And my question is, president of what? Right, I am president of the Global Peace Project. What we call it, commander, right? But then again, so are you, because you are commander over your life. Now, whether you're president or whatever. And then you also got like, well, are you going to be an astronaut? Well, I can in my mind. And I don't know. They say that you become what you think about most of the time, right? Question is, do I want to? Right? And I know somebody says, well, you got pretty low expectations. And it could be true for some, and it could be true for others that they have high expectations, and just the manifestation of is taking time to get there. And that's interesting because you have, time didn't even exist, so now that's a construct of my own thought process, because you could instantly manifest stuff. You see people do that with their videos, and some of it's fake. And I don't know how some of this stuff happens. Like the dude that that magician, was there someone inside putting these things in there? Was it messed up on the videotape? The people that were there who pretended to be observers that had never seen it before? Maybe, I don't know. So it'd be a video. I don't have a clue. But some of the stuff that some of those magicians on the street do, it looks like stuff they pulled stuff out of the ether. I think David Blaine is one of the most mystical individuals I've ever seen. And I'm not sure he isn't really doing true magic. Magic is what you can't understand. You know, anything that you don't know can be construed as magic. It's just how well am I focusing on it, and maybe how well of a surprise it was. And it doesn't take much. I think I remember the rolling cigarette trick. My friend Sam, both stoned at the time, and he shows me this rolling cigarette trick, and it got me for a second, and it hit something in my brain, and I think that's the feeling of a neuron actually growing, you know. And I like that feeling. Stimulation in the mind, oh my gosh. And I've seen some things that have done that a lot, and sometimes it goes so deep that you don't even understand what happened, and basically everything else just clouds over. Like when my dad died, when my mom died, and how a person has been programmed to deal with stress is, oh my gosh, you know, the programs in the subconscious brain. I don't know how anything got established in the past, because right now is the only moment. I mean, if you're going to be benefit to yourself and to others, to act as if is probably the best thing if you've got a projected mindset of becoming better, you know, better at all goodness. The Peaceful Warrior is a really good book to read. I haven't read it for a while. I might check it out again before I even push it that hard. It was good. I mean, was it something that woke me up? Nope. The only thing that really woke me up was this one statement from my friend and mentor, Kevin Trudeau, was, you don't know what you don't know because you don't know you didn't know you didn't know it. And because you didn't even know what you didn't know, you didn't even know you wanted it or didn't want it. You didn't even have a clue about the things you didn't know because you didn't know you didn't know them. And the depth behind the statement itself is true. You don't know what you don't know because you don't even know you didn't even know you didn't know what you didn't know. You didn't even have a clue it even existed. You didn't even have it wasn't even in a registration of possibility. It was just absent. It just never registered. And see, they say, and do I live it? I probably do, because they do say it, is you can't see what you've never seen. You don't have a neurological network designed to see what you haven't seen. And it's like, what? It's like with when you smoked marijuana for the first time, you didn't even have a developed neurological network to get high. Okay, so what you're saying is, every time I have a structured belief system in a thing, I can see it. But if I don't even know what I don't know, I can't even see it. And you know, when I thought about that and someone told me it, it's like, how stupid, right? How stupid. I know what I know. You know, see, and that was my dumbest time in there, and I made $400,000 a year then. And it was like, well, actually, to be honest, I only made $400,000 a year 1 year, and the prior years, I guess we worked our way up to it, you know, $200,000 a year, and that was comfortable enough that I didn't have to grow mentally. The only thing I focused on was my body for working out and stuff like that. That was, you know, it was what it was. Today is the only day that matters. And truthfully, to be known, if I have no knowledge of what I don't know, why don't I just enjoy right now and be the highest version of myself and don't be what I don't want to be? Kind of interesting, you know? It's just a thought. And so if I'm choosing to start a day out in a way that's possibly good, I just have to be good. That's just my idea of it, not other people's, because I don't know what I don't know. I don't know. And that's the judgment we place. You're bloody stupid. You don't know. Right? And you'll talk to yourself like that, and that eventually rubs off on other people, and then you figure yourself to be alone because everybody feels like they just want to be by themselves. When you do know what you know, it can either drive you to growth or drive you to death. And the fact of it is, how do you change what you know? By learning more, becoming more set in self. That's the only idea that I know of. Because if you don't replace a thought and you just abide in a thought, and if it's not working for you, it's not going to change, it's going to get worse. And the only one that knows how to do that is you. And so how do you self-regulate? Because there's only two thoughts. You only have two thoughts. It's only two. Ones you like, ones you really don't like, right? And just varying different degrees. And the only way you can filter your life out truly is by being cognizant of your ability to see how you feel, nobody else. And see, that's the key point. How do I feel as I'm walking forward in my life at the time I'm walking in my life? Am I excited? Am I in love? Am I, all these things here. And really it just comes down to the decision on what you're going to do with the rest of your life. Because when you do that, oh my gosh, what's the choice? You're here today. And if you're going to get to heaven when you die, you would assume that you would have heaven here. Why? Because you can't get from unhappy to happy. It just doesn't exist. You have to be happy to be happy. It's a vibrational frequency. And the way you understand this is the vibration that you vibrate, the feelings that you feel here inside your electromagnetic generator, inside your heart, right there. Well, what's happening is you're vibrating at a specific rate of speed, and in this vibration, your interpretation of it, your frequency feeling, is how you feel. How do I feel? Have I breathed into my heart? Anna Brown, check her out on YouTube. Love her. She has heart breath. Your heart can breathe. Your heart breathes. It breathes, baby! And you want to breathe. You want to breathe in your heart. You want to have that love cycle inside of you so you can actually send that out to the whole world. Anyway, that was all I had today, and I just want to thank you. This is Zeus out. Remember, every day and every way you get better, better, and better. Every day and every way you get better, better, and better. If you think so, right? And thinking is the one that's doing it. So be the best you can be. Today's the only day you got, man. Let it all go if it can't work for you. Stop beating up on yourself. It's really, be better. Love you.